we are really at the dawn of sort of the fifth industrial revolution, right? That's what this is, right? But it's the beginning. And so, but it's moving so fast that you can't do nothing.
Mike, it is wonderful to be back with you. Thank you for making the time today.
Yeah, it's great to be back again. Always enjoy our conversations.
Looking forward to diving in. Mike, as a founding member of Money 2020, you've watched the industry transform. How has the event evolved over the past decade, and what's top of mind for business leaders attending this year?
I think top of mind is payments is entering 3.0. And I think 2.0 was wallets and tokenization and lots of ways to embed payments into technology. And I think 3.0 is really the wave of real-time payments, how AI interacts with fraud and risk, instant money movement, and embedding that deeply into all the experiences that you want, and just being always aware and available as an option to buy something without having to think about it. As much as that pains me with my wife being able to hit the Prime button very quickly and buy things, I think payments 3.0 is what this show's about right now.
I love that. Great starting point. Thank you for that, Mike. And it's clear the financial services sector is past the hype and now very much focused on AI ROI. How should CIOs and other business leaders be looking to implement AI across the enterprise to ensure it delivers a measurable competitive advantage?
Well, I think AI in the enterprise is different than, casual AI at home, right? And companies are starting to move, and I would just say starting to move out of how to deploy LLMs in the enterprise. I think most companies have checked that box and are getting some benefits out of that for their employees. And they're now moving into how do we deploy AI in real time in the enterprise. And I think one of the keys to that is accuracy. So if you think about our easy, connected, trusted, right? It really, really hones in on why AI in the enterprise is a little bit different. It has to be much more accurate, much more available, and it has to be fully aware of your data, right? And so, we built a semantic model layer that allows our customers to look across data islands and bring that together in a logical view and allow our AI engine to operate on top of that. I think that's what you see enterprise just now moving into.
Well said. Thank you, Mike. And as we know, implementing AI at scale requires a foundation of trusted data. What systems and standards must leaders put in place today to properly evaluate the true return and manage the risk of their AI investments?
I think standards are going to be critically important, whether it's MCP between models, agent-to-agent communications. I think it's early days, but I do think setting some standards, even within your own enterprise, on how agents are going to talk to each other and what things an agent can and can't do, what domains do they live in, what sort of regulatory and compliance controls can an agent have versus a human. I think those are all standards that an executive leadership team should be thinking about. A CIO should be looking at how you deploy those. And I would also say you're not going to get them right the first time, but doing nothing is the wrong answer, right? So I think experimentation, proof of concepts, and trying to build a set of standards that you think work within your enterprise makes sense. And certainly with Snowflake, we allow you to embed those standards into our technology.
Very much that top-down approach, Mike. How will Snowflake's latest releases around, say, Snowflake Intelligence serve to support the AI Data Cloud's financial services ecosystem as a whole?
Well, I had mentioned the semantic layer. I think it's a fundamental part of the equation. Ultimately, what you want to do is get high quality AI in the enterprise. To do that, you need high quality data.
Right.
But if you got data in different islands all over the place, one of the ways to do that in the short term is logically bring them together in a semantic layer. And Snowflake Intelligence allows you to do that. It allows you to configure an agent, and it's truly configured, no coding required. You can configure an agent and very quickly get some answers out of a disparate set of data, as well as the combination of what you have in Snowflake, and provide meaningful answers in an AI setting in the enterprise with really high quality, high accurate measurements. And so I'll give you an example. We built an agent called Raven internally, and it'll answer any question from who are the top sales leaders in financial services in Q2, all the way to, compare JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley's consumption for Q2, right? Or build me a pitch deck for my next meeting with this client, right? So it covers structured, unstructured data. So very powerful. And our clients are going to be able to use Snowflake Intelligence and build their own agents and connect them into that ecosystem.
Talk about a game changer. Wonderful to hear, Mike. Now, before we wrap, what's the one message you'd give to financial services leaders regarding what's next for the industry and how they should prepare for the future?
Well, I think one of the ways to prepare is to experiment. I think, we are really at the dawn of sort of the fifth industrial revolution, right? That's what this is, right? But it's the beginning. And so, but it's moving so fast that you can't do nothing, right? And financial companies are generally very conservative, right? Obviously, a lot of money at stake and losses at stake, but the industry is moving so fast that I would say experimentation is key. Early standards are key. And also flexibility, because things are going to change. Things are changing in AI almost monthly right now, right? And so learn quickly, adapt quickly, adjust quickly, and measure that performance, right? I think we're just now beginning to see companies get value, real meaningful value out of AI. It's sort of moved from drawing coloring book pictures to
Measurable.
real measurable impact in sales returns and real measurable impact for the CFO and the finance team. But also measure it, be careful, adjust your models, cautious optimism is the two words I would come up with.
It's a perfect way to wrap today. Mike, such a pleasure. Thank you again for joining.
Yeah, thank you. It was great.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.